Chong, the Walk Star, and I'm the publicist for Elite Publications. And we are so excited here to be able to interview one of the real legends in this industry, and we're gonna be highlighting just why, and also the history of what's being produced and what has been produced as well. And so basically, this gentleman is a person that has originated his magazine, which has turned into what is today one of the largest, or actually the largest, action martial arts events. It's the Action Martial Arts Hall of Fame Mega Weekend 2020, and it is considered the ultimate destination for martial arts. So this is an event not to miss. And in January 2020, it is the world's largest group of martial arts superstars, film and combat celebrities, and renowned masters from all over the world that will gather once again to meet and be able to really share about what is going on in this arena. This is the place to be, the buzz in Atlantic City, and it's going upon its 20th year. What's significant is that we are launching into the year 2020. How appropriate and what a coincidence this happens to be its 20th year. And yeah, and so I'd like to introduce an incredible individual, Sifu Alan Goldberg. Alan, it is great having you here, so thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here and be part of what you guys are doing also.
Great. And there is a whole historic event that is happening for a lot of different reasons. Everything has a story. We're going to cover the story about just what this makes this event so special to martial artists, but also to yourself as well. But also, this is also historical because in celebration of the event, we're going to be releasing what is called the Action Martial Arts Magazine Hall of Honors History Book, and it's being produced by Elite Publications. And what's really exciting about this is really designed by and for the 21st century martial artist. And we're going to be talking a little bit about that, but really about why this event is so historic. And so we have Grandmaster Jessie Bowen with us here, who is the founder of Elite Publications. But Jessie, it is great having you here today. And before we get started, I just wanted to ask you, as a martial artist, as also an influencer in this arena, what you think of this event that we're embarking on in this wonderful book that really, Sifu Goldberg is really the founder of really initiating the part of concept along with Elite Publications. So just getting your thoughts on this.
Well, it's really an honor. I've been thinking about it over the past couple of weeks since we have embarked on this, is that Sifu Goldberg has influenced thousands upon thousands of martial artists around the world. And I just happen to be one of those martial artists. I went back and traveled back in time and found the very first time I went to his event was in 2004. And, I have that award. And since then, just like right now, the book itself, he's been an inspiration. We received an award for publicity in the martial arts. And from that, it's allowed us to grow. So Sifu Goldberg's event for these martial artists has allowed for everyone to grow to another level. Without this event, the recognition, the publicity that many martial arts schools have received, they wouldn't have received. And again, this is one of the outstanding things. Beyond an amazing event, the expo is a place for any martial artist to be, because you get a different exposure. It's a different group of people really embracing that. So this is an amazing event, and I'm honored to be a part of it. Last year, we were honored with the opportunity of producing the Business Directory with, this is a smaller book. This year, we're looking to be close to 500 pages. It's an 8.5 by 11, and it's designed, this is a business directory. Inside, it gave information about the business. This year, we're producing more of a biography book to tell who are the people that have been on this journey featured in the book.
You know, this is really important, and I'm glad that we're going back to the biography because, you know, I like to say that everyone has a story, and even this big event, it is the world's largest event of its type, and that's even stated right behind me here. And you know, this is the ultimate event for martial artists, and I just personally wanted to mention Sifu Goldberg, just what an honor it is to be working with you on this you know, publication, in terms of just really representing something that really you're personally making history. And can you tell me what is the foundation of the event? You know, what really was the catalyst that started it all? And I know it started with a magazine. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, ironically, 30 years ago, and I had anything about publication, and I got involved with a guy who worked for the Daily News in New York, and we talked about doing a little martial art periodic. And I'll tell you truthfully, we literally had no idea what we were doing. But as a good martial artist, we adapt and we learn. As we stand right now, we have a full slick magazine. It's 48 pages coming out with Billy Blanks on the cover.
Billy Blanks, wow.
Yeah, Billy's on the cover, and Billy will be at the event this year. But we've covered literally the top grandmasters in the world. There's so many more to cover, but we try to give the grassroots people a break, and no one else has ever done that in the martial art industry for publication. And by giving people that break, was my catalyst. It was my vehicle to get to be known as, I'd be Alan Goldberg who. No one would know who the hell I was if I didn't have publication. And I'm a realist, I know that. But I also realize I have to be up and above and do things the right way for people. And be honest, at least, is the most important thing.
Right. Well, you know, I love the fact that you started with a lot of integrity, and, you know, printing and producing a magazine. Today, we have so many online things and stuff too. Back then, I'm sure it was a little bit of a struggle, right, getting it out. And can you tell us a little bit about it? Put us in that moment there.
Yeah, ironically, you know, we're still in hard copy, and everyone said, oh, go online, and we didn't do that yet. We will eventually, but we want to stay hard copy because people are yearning it. I go to events and people saying, oh, you got the magazine. Where's the magazine? Whatever. When I started off, a little story we talked off the air before, we didn't know what we were doing. We went to a printer who was a newspaper printer. It was a 12-page thing. We only had 8 pages set up because we had no idea what to do. And we used our business cards to fill the other 4 pages up. And as time was on, we went to, 2-color, we went to 4, and we went up to a full-color gloss magazine at this point. And, I love what I do, except I was doing it all myself for 25 years.
Wow.
And I brought a partner on recently, Mr. Jose Torres, that I gave him the reins to run the publication, except I oversee everything and make sure it's done correctly.
Of course.
I will not put up with anything that's not going to be out in the positive image for martial arts.
Wow. Well, the whole venue and the whole way that martial arts is depicted today, you must have seen a lot going on through the transition, all the way to the Karate Kid, these different movies and stuff. How do you feel like the martial arts has transcended time? How is it done? Has it changed very much? Do you think that it's primarily the same? What are your
Tremendous
thoughts?
Change. Tremendous. I grew up in the old Chinatown days where martial arts, you walked through the door and you had to be let into the school. They didn't just have open doors to let you walk into the schools. I've been doing martial arts over 55 years now. So if you look back at my beginning to now, where we had maybe a different style or judo or karate, whatever, now it's a breakup between sports karate. It's a breakup between MMA. I hate to even say even babysitting martial arts. So there's been so much change from day one when I started, and I know you guys are all martial artists, and what you've seen, and again, is it bad? It's changing the times. That's really what it comes down to.
Right. And thinking about just the evolution of everything, just even starting with, again, just trying to figure out what content do we put in this magazine, to now the biggest event for martial artists. You know, I just wanted to ask you, you know, just in terms of this event here, who are some of the people? I know that there's some great names in the field that people would generally recognize, and what do you see it growing into in the future years?
Well, we have gone to where the event, we started the event just to pay to print the magazine, believe it or not.
Wow,
because there was no money coming through enough advertising. And people always knock what we do, and Jessie will tell you, yeah, they see events like we do. Oh, you guys are making all this money. They have no idea what the cost is. But the real truth of the matter, we needed it to keep the event, the magazine going.
Right.
So our idea was that if we didn't have that revenue come in, you wouldn't be speaking to me right now. There would be no more Action Magazine. So that was the first thing. And then I also did the thing, and I don't really do a Hall of Fame per se. I just like to honor people, because my event is actually 16. Actually, as of this week, there'll be 17 different events in one weekend. So it's not just the banquet. The banquet is, again, 1/17 of what we do. And it's turned into a 4-day event now, actually, because we have a Thursday now that we have an open party that we invite people to. So there's just so much going on. We have and again, we'll know this weekend, we have 7 tournaments going on. And I don't mean just divisions. I mean 7 separate tournaments spread throughout 3 days. 50 free seminars by the world's best, from Don the Dragon, Benny the Jet, Michael Jai White, Bill Wallace, Cynthia Rothrock. The list is, even got guys, an old name, you guys are old timers, you'll know, Bob Backlund from the wrestling days. Ray Mercer from boxing. We do have the array. We have Chuck Zito there. So we have a great array, the best in the world. And Jessie will tell you, I mean, it's our first time meeting. I'm the guy that doesn't really take a lot of crap from people.
Right.
And I think you're the type of guy that doesn't belong at my event. I tell you, I don't let you come to the event. We don't need the ego or the other crap going on. We want good, substantial people that, you know, I hate to say it, but people that love martial arts, not just themselves.
Well, you know, it's kind of interesting to me. Just one question I have personally, being of ethnic descent, you know, Asian descent, I see martial arts as originating from the Orient, but you know, going to some of the martial arts events, I see that a lot of it isn't necessarily Asian centric per se. You know, and you know, just any comments about that?
Yeah, quick background. I lived in the temple, a Shaolin temple, for 6 years.
Wow.
With my instructor. So if you talk about the Asian aspect back to my aspects of my career, you know, it was so much. I mean, I literally lived in New York, Chinatown.
Wow.
So, you know, there was a lot of things, and my training was, I hate to say, almost 24-hour training if it turned that way, because I lived with my instructor. He wanted to work out. I had no choice. I had to work out. But I kind of see what you're saying, that, you know, we've left a lot of the Asian aspects and now it's American karate. But I also feel that we all deserve to have our own place and our own image.
Absolutely.
But I feel we shouldn't neglect where we came from. My instructor is Asian, of course. Jason Lau is my instructor, one of my instructors. And I was just with him the other day. We're producing a movie very soon about my life and his life, because after we broke up, he became a mercenary. He was a black ops mercenary for the CIA.
Wow.
So our life story is going to be a combination of both of our careers. And we still, to this day, every time we talk, is I love you, Sifu. And they'll say, I love you, Alan. And it's just still, you know, I've been with him 48 years. So if people learn that you say the Asian background, maybe what's a lot of where my respect came from for the martial arts is because I was brought up the right way. Not just, you know, smack you in the head and, you know, go into the next class. You know, we bow, we hug, we talk, you know, positive images about everybody. And if people, you know, I hate to say it, people are knuckleheads, we treat them like knuckleheads too.
Wow. Well, you know, it's really interesting. I see this as key to the future. There's so much going on with technology and everything. And I talked to Grandmaster Bowen about this as well. But the whole thing about just the martial arts, there's so much discipline that it instills. There's so many things character-wise that you build from martial arts just because of what it is, from a mindset point of view to everything else. I know you're very respected. How do you feel like, you know, this could really help support cultures, communities, just with the different things that you learned from the martial arts?
Well, I think the event per se, I'm actually changing the name of the event a little bit this year. I'm calling it the Convention for Martial Arts.
Love it.
So much involved. It's like a Disney World. We do it in the Tropicana Hotel, Atlantic City. So if your wife comes with you, she's got something to, she'll lose some money for you. But we also have for the guys that are martial artists, everything they can name. We have 100 vendors. Again, the tournaments, the seminars, we have parties. We have Friday night, and this was my friend Michael J. White, very dear friend of mine, said to me, I want to be able to make more contact with the people, and I don't have the time at the banquet, and the expo gets so crowded. So we made a wine and cheese VIP party open to everyone, and what's happened with that is it's become a conglomerate of everyone just coming in and partying and have a good time. I mean, you could turn around and I got Don the Dragon on stage dancing and Cynthia Rothrock, and those people just dancing around having a great time. And that's not done anymore. I mean, that's not even done, I ever think, in the history of martial arts, where people learn to enjoy themselves and be comfortable within their own skin.
You know, this is great. This is the event to attend. I love what you're going to be renaming it. What's the name again that you're naming it? You're calling it the convention?
The Convention for Martial Arts.
It's the Convention for Martial Arts. And I'll tell you, that's a bold statement to make, but definitely you've earned that right. And again, just with people that want to be known, you know, many of the people that come, you know, a lot of them are very established in a lot of ways, but this is the event to come to. And there's a lot of history breaking things that are happening at this event, you know, just with what you're pulling together, also with the publication coming out as well. And I'd like to direct this to Grandmaster Bowen. You know, what do you see this publication as doing, especially for martial artists, you know, coupled with the event itself? You know, this is very significant, and, you know, who would want to really be in the directory? I mean, it is the directory to be in, but what sort of people can fully appreciate it? Let me ask you first, Grandmaster Bowen.
Well, you know, this is 2020 is going to be a great year. You know, we have martial arts, karate coming out as a demonstration sport for the Olympics coming up. So this is, I look at this as the kickoff of a different time in history. And the book captures going back the beginning, those stories that we were talking about today, being in print, moving forward. Well, who were the first people that were actually in the book? This is but we don't know that. I mean, I've been, you know, 2004 was my first year going, and I met a lot of people. I don't remember their names, you know, because there's so many people there. So the book gives an opportunity for us to touch base. I was there. I was a part of that history. I was there. So your story about as a martial arts, this is that time that we have been, you know, working for the past, 5 years with the who's who in the martial arts book and the martial arts masters and pioneers is, you know, and this is what I'm about, is about preserving that history and helping people to move forward. Again, you know, if you're going to be recognized there, we're going to provide your press kit. We're going to be your certificate of inclusion. So we are about helping martial artists to grow, not just to, you know, we have to be a part of the solution. So in our world today, we have so many things going on, but we're always saying that the martial arts is this tool, it's done this for my life, it's done that for my life, but we don't share it. And this is with Sifu Goldberg and the event. That's what he's doing. And people have a chance to share who they are, what they've done. They have a chance to meet and greet and meet people from all over the world. And now we have the book, which has a chance for them to share, this is who I am at this very moment. This is who I am at this moment. I may have been here in 2004, and that was great, but this is who I am now. So a lot of changes. We've all changed in that past, 10 or 15 years. We've all had changes. So the event is that perfect place to be able to share. And the thing with it is going to this event, I tell all my friends, number one, you get a chance to interact with people you've never met. That's number one. Number two, you get a chance to grow yourself. All the seminars you can participate in, all the vendors you can contact. So, you know, this is the place to actually be to make a difference. Maybe you've never been to an event like this, but this is that time is changing. And this is one of the things that makes this a perfect event. And again, we're glad to be a part of it, to be able to share their stories and to share the story of the event and Sifu Goldberg himself.
You know, and basically, you know, and you know, the press release we're going to be releasing, obviously this video supporting that. There's a lot of questions and answers that we want to answer here, and hopefully we've given you a little background that you didn't know about where it all started from, because, you know, we never should forget where we came from, you know, from a point of view of how the magazine started. I mean, every flame starts with a spark. And Grandmaster Goldberg, my sincere appreciation for the martial arts, but it's people like you pulling things together, taking the effort. It's not like you snap your fingers and it all happens. There's a lot of things happening. Yeah. I know, going behind the scenes of even the small event, let alone a big event. So this is historic for a lot of reasons. I want to see it from your eyes. You know, why should people attend? You know, first off, why should people attend, and what sort of people should attend? If you can answer that, please.
Well, ironically, that the people don't know that they haven't been there, we have over 30 countries coming to our event. And I don't mean the guy that owns a 7-Eleven down the block. I mean 30 people that I still am making out at night, all the consulate letters and things like that. We have a team coming in from Turkey. And a quick story did happen. And I had to be honest, I'm the type of guy, like, I'll look and I go, what? That happened? Right. I just got invited. I met some people from Turkey. Wonderful. We had dinner a couple times. Wonderful guys. And they came in, and all of a sudden they invite me somewhere just this past weekend. It's on my Facebook page. And I get to this event, and I find out that I'm the guest of honor, one of the guests, there were two others. I'm the guest of honor with the president of Turkey, Erdogan.
Wow.
Not only was I just the guest, they gave me the front seat, 3 seats away from him, brought me on stage for a ribbon cutting with 12 people for a museum, and then gave me a private meeting with him. I kept saying, what am I doing here? But I had to play the role like I belonged there.
Right.
So it was a great honor. But this happens to me so much, and I'm just the type of guy. I love what happens, but I never expect it. So when it does happen, I learn to appreciate it more. So by building that international flair, you come to my event, and we've got seminars going on by guys that, you know, from all over the world. Literally, it's totally amazing. Let me get rid of that phone call 2 seconds.
Sure. Well, I know you're really busy, you know, but no, that's really significant. So really coming to this event, what I appreciate about what you shared, Sifu Goldberg, is usually people that are truly great. They don't really, that's not what they rest their laurels on. You know, they just do, and things just happen. So brilliant, bravo. So people that are coming, you know, people that will be coming to this event, right? Why is it significant for them specifically? Well,
that camaraderie they build worldwide now, which they would never have a chance to. And I bring such an array of celebrities in, which I just want to go over a few things. I mean, I have Joe Piscopo at my event.
Joe Piscopo. Wow.
He's one of my students, and Joe comes and have sang at my event already.
Wow.
Last year we had Vince Pasteri from The Sopranos come to my event, and he was one of the biggest hits. Guys like Chuck Zito. We have all these boxing and kickboxing legends and stuff like that. They would never meet these people. But the book, what Jessie will, you know, tell you, is that it's not about them. It's about the average individual who's given a chance to be part of that lineage, if you want to say, you know, part of it. And here's what the thing is, and I get all this craziness all the time, and Jessie will know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, Alan Goldberg, you pay all these people to come in. I have a 30 to 40 celebrities show up, literally.
Wow.
If I had to pay them, there would be no event.
Right. With all the money that you make, right? We've established that earlier on.
I'll pay some expenses, whatever.
Right.
But I don't pay any site fees or any special fees for them, their appearance fees, because I don't have that money.
Right.
But they come because they want to be part of the event. There's tons of videos up that you can watch on YouTube about my event. And like Michael Jai White just recently did a video, And he said, Alan Goldberg's my family. That's why I'm here.
Mhm.
And we've made Dan Severn. I know Dan from his first fight in the UFC. I've been a fan and a supporter from day one. That's why Dan Severn comes to my event. Ray Mercer is one of my dear friends. Chuck Zito. I don't know if you know Chuck from Oz and Sons of Anarchy. Literally one of my best friends. We travel all over the country together. So I've made that wonderful connection. And I want you guys to make the same connection.
Right.
These
And
are great people.
This is great. And you know, just really, Jessie, I know you're also a mentor, coach in general, right? Just from a business influence point of view, just to have your own vibration raised up by a group like this. Jessie, just a quick comment from you on what this could do for people that are out there, martial artists that are really wanting to increase their visibility, their game, and everything. Any comments there, Grandmaster Bowen?
Well, you know, one of the things that we worked on is our press release marketing, which has turned out to be totally phenomenal. People all across the country that's been affiliated with the martial arts masters and legends. And that's sort of what we're bringing in. We are about getting the word about the martial arts. So our press release system that we're using are helping martial artists enroll students because we're building credibility. And this is what parents, the clients, this is what they look for. This is why they're looking at reviews online. Who are you as a martial artist? So coming to this event is an investment, but the returns on it is hard to beat. You don't get as much publicity and advertisement that goes into that. If you say, well, I don't have a martial arts school, you know, it's good for your family to know who you are. You know, my granddaughter just made black belt, and she has a recognition of who I am, and that's very important. So the things that from the event and everything else, so it's a global experience, no matter whether or not you're running a martial arts school or you are a martial artist and you're making an impact and, you know, letting people know who you are. So this is where we look at the presenting and the marketing coming back in there, because, you know, this is what we do. People need to know. So this event will be 4 times the size. I don't know where we'll host it.
Right.
If it could be 4 times the size, but that's what we want. We really want to see the growth of the individuals and of the event.
Right. And, you know, we have the AMAA, or American Martial Arts Alliance, now the Institute, to provide these services to support the visibility. But really, to be honest, I have to be really clear, really organizations, we're dealing in the hundreds level, you're dealing in the thousands level of people, Sifu Goldberg. And so we really become feeders, and we provide, you're bringing a lot of resources under your roof. You know, the people, the ambiance, the tools, like this publication. And, you know, just in terms of just the benefit of being associated with this event and going to this event, Sifu Goldberg, what are the other ancillary things that people can see they benefit from?
Well, I just want to say to you, we've built a community, and Jessie is part of that community, and what he's doing is wonderful, and you, of course, what you're doing. But we want to build a community of friendship and alliance. And just quick story, I've been attacked for my event. Jessie's been attacked, Cynthia Rothrock. We all run the same type of events. And of course, a lot of it's jealousy, okay? And when I was attacked, I didn't have to do anything. All the people that came to my event, over 100, 200 people, re-attacked back. And again, we built a community that people appreciate. And here's my thing. I'm from Brooklyn, so I can say the way I want to say.
From Brooklyn in New York.
Yeah. If you don't like what I do, don't come. Stay home. Who the hell cares?
Yeah.
But if you like what I do, the doors are open. We're very friendly. No one's gonna stand here and frisk you at the front door and throw you out because you're carrying, you know, a pocket knife. I mean, we're just really great people for everyone that shows up. And I've made wonderful friends, and you can't pay for that.
Yeah. You know, your global reach is incredible. I really applaud what you've done. It's really important for people to understand the magnitude. If you're in the martial arts, this is the event. You're even going to be calling it the convention for martial artists here. You know, what is the best way for people to be connected with this event? Definitely, we would direct them to the website, the hohmega.com, hohmega.com, right? How can people make sure that they have a ticket at this event?
Well, the easiest thing is to call or email me or Facebook. If you call my number, and I'll not to be pushy, but my number is 718-856-8070.
Can you repeat it one more time, just for people that are listening? Go ahead.
718-856-8070. I answer the phone. If I get a message, I answer within 24-hour period of time. And it's me you're going to get. I'm going to give you everything you need to know. I built so many different people together and help each other that, my phone, as I'm sitting here, my phone's ringing a couple of times.
Yes.
It's constantly ringing. I constantly talk to people.
Right.
And I want people to feel comfortable that this is their event. It's not my event anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just the orchestra leader. Everyone else plays the music.
I think that's a beautiful depiction of what you're putting together here. And so, if you're out there listening, especially if you're into the martial arts, this event, there's no question, this event is the event to be at as well. Grandmaster Bowen, any final comments here?
Well, if we have inductees from the past or 2020, we are doing the book. You'll need to go to our website. The website is actionmartialartshistorybook.com. That's actionmartialartshistorybook.com. And there you can go and click a link, and you can now subscribe to have your bio in the book. You get books back for your family, your friends, for your marketing, press release. So we got a lot of good things going on, but we would like to have your story in the book. Now, it's first come, first serve. We're looking for the book to be probably close to 500 pages, and there have been, probably over 10,000 people that have been inducted this event, and so it's going to be limited. So the faster you get it in, the better it actually is. So remember, go to the website. That's www.actionmartialartshistorybook.com, or give me a call, 919-618-8075, or email me at amaaWho'sWho@gmail.com.
Great. And, we're going to be putting the information also on this post as well. This is very important. There are certain things that we talk to people about. One of the biggest things is mindset. To be able to be seen, to be able to have that impact, you have to take action. Sifu Goldberg, I don't think the magazine would have happened if you just wanted it to happen. You put in a lot of literal blood, sweat, and tears. Man, how are we going to fill these however many pages?
Oh, you have no idea.
I see smiling.
No idea.
We understand it. And, this is all put together for the people. All they have to do is sign up, attend, and boom, there it is. One of the best events to attend of its type.
The funny thing I have to say is that when people will talk about our event and not know and never been there, and then they come, such as a person like Benny the Jet, him and his wife always fought me about coming to the event.
Mm-hmm.
Once she came, I became her hero, she called me.
Right.
And they come every year now. And they just love the event because we want, as everyone is equal. Nobody is there. I'm the only one different because I'm the servant for the weekend. I'm the guy that tries to make sure everyone's having a great time.
Wow.
Everyone else is equal, whatever rank you are. And if people think they're better, don't come.
Right.
Come and enjoy the community.
That tells me the sort of environment. I definitely want to be there. That tells me the sort of environment that you're really setting up. And I just want to make this comment just for clarification as well. It's not just only for specifically martial artists. Is that correct? Right. It's also for people that are in action and those sort of things. Is that correct?
Just about even the movie industry that do action movies. We got everything there.
Great. Who are some of the people from the action films that people have seen there or have attended or are going to be attending?
Actually, we have, I just don't remember his name right offhand. We have the new Power Ranger coming in, one of the new Power Rangers.
Oh, great.
We have, again, Michael Jai White. We've had guys like Don the Dragon, of course,
Yeah.
Cynthia Rock, you know, the whole cast of characters out of the Hollywood, you know, Chop Suey era. Ron Van Cleef is coming back this year. We have
Great.
Joe Piscopo was in the movie Sidekick with Chuck Norris. We have guys like David Toma, if you remember the TV show Beretta.
Oh, who doesn't know Beretta?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, these are legends.
These will be at my event. So we got guys that show up that just like, what are they doing here? And all of a sudden they become so part of Hank Garrett from Car 54. Where are you? You remember Hank? He was one of the cops in the thing. Hank shows up every year. Became my dearest friend.
Right.
And that is friendship. We build friendships.
Wow. Well, you know, it's so exciting. You know, Robert Parham, 6-time kickboxing champion. He's doing a film. Well. Yeah. He you know, he's doing a film. Actually, Ron Van Cleef, we'll just say I had a fight scene with him and it didn't last very long. Okay. And so all of a sudden my head was in the back facing the other way. But anyway, kind of you know, kind of a honor paying homage to something that happened in one of his other movies.
I actually grew up with Ron. We know each other 45 years. That's how, you know, we go back.
This is exciting.
Yeah, great people.
You know, this is, again, we emphasize it because we don't want people to miss this incredible opportunity going into the year 2020, the 20th year of this event here. And just any final words, any final thoughts you'd like for us to know about this event, or any thoughts about what we talked about here today?
I just want to say thank you for someone that made this possible that most people. His name was Dennis Gomes. He was the president of the Tropicana at Taj Mahal at the time when I met him, and he believed in me, and he realized that my magazine. He was a martial artist. He was the guy that brought kickboxing into Atlantic City. He's passed at this point, but he was a great human being that believed in me. I had no idea what I was doing, but the man opened the door of one of the classiest casinos in Atlantic City, and that's why we're still there 20 years later. He opened the door that was kept open for me. Right. I just have to thank a guy like that believed in me, believed in my magazine, believed in the people in the martial art world. And it's just opened up a great opportunity for everybody.
Yeah. And, you know, that's exactly why these events are so important. As we age, you know, people are truly becoming legends. Some people are passing on. And it really is about, like what you demonstrated, Sifu Goldberg, doesn't really surprise me why you were the anchor to make this happen, because, you know, you haven't forgot where you came from. You know, who's opened up the doors. That's very important in everything that we do. But with that, we'd like to conclude this segment here, and we want to thank definitely Grandmaster Jessie Bowen for making himself available to talk about the new publication with Elite Publications and AMAA, and also, of course, the grandfather, the grandpoopa, the person that's making everything happen in Atlantic City. And we want to get the dates here. Can you tell us the dates real quick of that event?
January 24th, 25th, 26th, Atlantic City, Tropicana Hotel. It's open to anyone that wants to come. You contact me and I'll tell them what they have to do. They don't have to come to the banquet or anything else. Again, I said it's part of it. But we haven't, give you an idea, we charge for a 3-day pass for our expo only $45. And they're allowed to go
$45.
And they're allowed to go to 50 seminars.
Wow. Well, I think that's pretty amazing. And that, again, historic, you're not going to find that level of value anywhere, let alone at that cost. I mean, the value is definitely there. You're making it extremely affordable. But we want to thank everyone that is listening here just for what you do and being the legend in your time. And we want to really support you. This is, again, Jim T. Chong, the Walk Star, along with Grandmaster
Jessie Bowen,
and also the incredible Sifu. And you
Alan
are
Goldberg. And
Alan Goldberg.
I'm just not used to being called those things. So
you know, and that's why, and that is the honor deserved by somebody that is making something so historic happen. So we want to thank all of you for tuning in, and again, really make the most of your opportunity. Take that step to register and make sure you're present at the event. I know you want to say one final thing.
Just say one other thing. We actually have the Waco team coming this year. Who's just made a contract for the Olympic Channel. and they will be at our
Wow.
event doing live interviews from the Olympic Channel.
Great.
So we're reaching new places in what we're doing. So we appreciate anybody, anything they can put in. We want them to be involved.
Awesome. Great. All right. Well, thank you again for this time.
Thank
And
you.
those of you that are
Thank you,
listening,
Jim.
we hope that we've answered your questions in terms of some of the things that will be happening. Why it really isn't an option to not be there if you're able to set that time aside, because this is the event, especially if you're within action and martial arts. This is Jim Chong, the Walk Star, and stay tuned for more information about the upcoming event, this monumental event for martial artists. And again, go to www.hohmega.com. Bye-bye.